Good morning. Jim Lurkey, owner of Safety Connections. And my blurb for the week is on continuing on leadership, what you need to know. Session number 4. And my session today is going to be on conflict and negotiation. What is conflict? It is in its most simplistic terms, an issue or concern between two or more employees that can potentially disrupt the workforce. And it can go way beyond that within the business. So we got to keep that in mind. When it arises, effective leaders simply need to mitigate the circumstances as quickly as possible, just because of negativity and how fast that can travel. When properly dealt with, conflict may even turn out to be positive within the organization and between you and the person that has the issue. And it can also create a stronger bond between two parties. So therefore, being an effective leader, we must be good at identifying conflict when it's there. And we need to have the foresight on how to solve it as quickly as we can. It's also essential to be rational and be in control of our emotions. Conflict, it's everything I'm reading says that we're dealing with conflict up to 25% of the time. And sometimes there's not even any training that's involved. Helping people to understand, upcoming leaders to help them to understand. So therefore, it's important to be able to manage conflict. Developing skills with your team. And you can do it together. Now, negotiating. How do we create this winning team? When we got to negotiate, compromise, whatever you want to call it. To me, it's a process between two parties with different ideals to get together and mutually agree upon an outcome. And I believe it takes the following. It needs preparation, discussion, clarification of the goals, negotiations to try to create a win-win, come to an agreement, and implement the course of action. I really think good negotiators, and I was one for many, many years. I feel I've been involved in it almost my whole life, at least since I've been 19. It can be beneficial to everybody. It can also build relationships, both internally and externally. And what you might find is a long-term solution, all right? That could be between two parties that you never thought was possible. Therefore, effective leaders must be well-versed on a negotiating style, on how to move the organization forward, always looking ahead. Therefore, as a leader, negotiation is used to understand the interest of your employees and finding ways to satisfy those interests in order to achieve the better good and the goal for the organization. Those are my thoughts this week. I wish you all a great week. And as a leader, remember, we always make our own choices to lead in the manner that we choose. Have a great week, everyone.